Hey everybody, welcome back to Cruise Ship Manager. Hope you're having a great day today. We're sitting in Athens, got 100,000 fuel units, got 5,300 provisions, and in the last video I asked you guys to comment and tell me how many more videos do you guys want? What do you want to see? What's the end goal, right, for this? Because it's kind of repetitive. And a lot of you guys wanted to see some of the other rooms and the bigger ships. And so basically, you just want me to go to the end of the game. Okay, I mean, we're going to keep going a little bit here. I can't guarantee I'll go as far as maybe you personally want, but I think there's still a few extra things to explore, and there's still some merit to the game. But we're going to start doing some really difficult cruises, trying to get a lot of money as fast as possible, and hopefully we can expand upon our enterprise here with this ship and show you guys some good stuff. So I was thinking about going to Barcelona because that's a really, really far distance. But the price of the ticket to go that distance, I can get way more for my money by going to Monaco. So I think that's what I'm going to do instead. Difficulty is about the same, but the goal is much higher. So probably not going to happen. Big old reputation reward, though, if we get the goal, which, again, not going to happen. But I'm just looking to get a whole bunch of money here, okay? As far as my crew, got the same 12 people. I am okay with that. I think I'm doing a pretty good job of swapping people around, and since we only have 10 jobs, 2 spare people, I can swap them pretty well. I think there's lots of periods of time where there's a bit of a lull, there's not many people in the pub or whatever, and I can just have people sit down and only have one person on staff at the time. So all that stuff is happening pretty well. We're going to go to the newspaper ad here. I'm going to pay an extra $350, which is basically the price of a single ticket. In fact, it is the price of a single ticket because I'm going to bump the price of the single ticket up to $350. All right. We're going to take the all-inclusive ticket, and I'm going to bring that up to, I think, $10.50. All right. So I'm going to get a lot of money for this. All right. I don't know if they can actually, if a single person is going to spend over $600, I guess $700, wouldn't it be? On a cruise in amenities on my ship. I don't know if that's going to happen. So if anybody buys this, it's much better for me, right? All-inclusive ticket pool. Let's actually bring that up. I want to see maybe 8 of them. We could sell 8 all-inclusives. I think that'd be sweet. VIP ticket. I think I'm actually going to go 2. I want my happiness to be up, right? And I can't adhere to that many VIPs. So we're going to go with just 2 for now. And I'm going to make this really expensive. So if they're going to buy the ticket, they're going to get their money's worth. If they're going to get in here, I'm going to make sure I get my money for them. So $14.30 for the VIPs, $10.50 for all-inclusive, $3.50 here with a little bit of advertising help, and there's only 2 VIPs in the ticket pool. So let's see if we can get that. And it appears as though I just got all of them. So that's an extra 16 grand. That seems... I feel like I should have went higher. All right, so we're up to almost $18,000 now. For the resource market, this is the cheapest place for fuel in the whole place so far. I got 100,000 units, but honestly, there's nothing stopping me from getting a lot more. So I'm going to go with 60,000 more units just to make sure I kind of cover my bases there. And then I don't have to stop for provisions for quite a while. So now we can just kind of go to all the expensive places back and forth and try to fill things with rooms and everything and not have to worry about fuel or provisions for quite a while. We're also offering a lot of provisions for people. So I may want to stop in Messina once, kind of in the middle after 2 or 3 cruises. Probably do about 3 to 4 cruises in this video to try to build up a revenue stream. I didn't show you the ship build, but you'll have plenty of time to see that as soon as we start the sale here. Because we obviously have the rooms are pretty much all in the same shape they were before. So real quick, pause it. Let's make sure we get people on the cook. That's going to be Pierre. I'm starting to learn my staff a little bit, learn what they're good at, and getting them into certain places. So like, for instance, Barbara being a server. It's a fantastic idea. I always want to have a really good server on board in this room so they can swap to the cabin really quickly. And she has excellent organizational skills as well as really good here. And good engineering, honestly. Barbara's a really good all-around staff, right? Then I start every cruise at this point with just a quick patrol. I put 2 of my people on different floors, and I have them patrol rooms in each different floor so that they'll go through all these rooms and just sort of look at them for a while. And that at least separates everybody so everybody's on a different floor so that if I have to respond to a fire right away, it's a really fast response time. So we have a lot of people down here. I'm not entirely sure when the best time to do the happy hour is. I think maybe this isn't quite as full as it could be. Most people will come up here in the diner to start off. And I've had a comment tell me I should get multiple diners so that they spread out between them. That might be an okay idea, but I would rather spend the money on... I am going to go ahead and do this now. I would much rather spend the money on more variety of services. And I kind of responded to the comment too. I don't know if, how many people see the comment responses, because oftentimes you guys will comment and I'll reply and then I never hear from you again. So I don't know if you actually got it. But I think it's better just to save the money up. You don't have to get the goal every single time. I think this is like this arbitrary thing that you're trying to aim for, right? Like this little hash mark here is like, hey, by the way, if you get here, you reach the goal. You don't have to do that, all right? As you go over time, your cruise ship's going to become better and better, and you'll eventually hit it. Now, one of the things that could help me hit this goal, let's just make this go a little bit faster. One of the things I think that could help me hit the goal is to have less guests, right? And you can see that we are putting out the fire, hopefully. Yep. Walter's going to get that. But while Walter's off the station, we're using 16.5 fuel per second. He gets back on station, we'll use a little bit less, I think. Yeah, 15. It's much bigger penalty if, this person being off their station. It's much bigger penalty. We're going to get this VIP here. Huh? We're going to get this. Come on. The timer. Nope. Gonna have to apologize to this person. That sucks. Or maybe they won't even let us apologize. They'll just get up and walk away. They're just upset. What's the total happiness on this person? Can I click them and see that? So I mean, they're not like pissed off or anything. They're just really hungry, and they could have sat around and waited a little bit longer if they were really that hungry. But they'll come back. We'll give them excellent service when they come back. But in the meantime, we can also, I think, pretty much handle the bar okay. So yeah, so I'm just going to do the casual, same stuff I've been doing with managing different rooms, making sure everything's clean and sending people where they need to go and all that stuff. And if there's anything particularly interesting, I will get you guys back in on it, okay? I'll see you guys in a second. Okay, so it's been a pretty straightforward cruise so far. We've had a couple of fires. We've had people rotating in and out of all sorts of jobs, people getting angry, mostly it's the VIPs because I just simply cannot service enough people in the diner. There's too many people coming in the diner at once. The pub seems to be okay, but even with 4 people working here all the time, I simply cannot stop people from being upset. So we certainly need another service that relates to food. And I'm thinking I want to go for a restaurant here pretty quick so that I can get that. So hopefully we can go to port or whatever in a place that has a restaurant. I'm only seeing one server inside, and I think it's because they're on their way up. Yeah, I think maybe it's Walter, maybe it's somebody else, but somebody's coming up to serve this, to go in here, and it might have been Peter actually. But either way, I need somebody like Antoinette to apologize to this person. So Antoinette, please come over and apologize. I do kind of wish they would just do this automatically instead of having to do it myself, but I get it. It's fine. So we need to get another service that involves food, because if you look at every guest, they clearly have your fun, hunger, thirst, and bladder needs, right? And then, of course, energy, which is easy. That's taken care of by their room being in okay shape. Overall happiness seems to be good throughout. I have only noticed a couple of passengers where it was like really pretty poor. And if they start to have more fun, then I think their mood can improve. So I don't think we're going to hit the goal, but we have a solid 3 stars at the moment. And that was, with 2 VIPs, which are basically paying for the trip. VIPs are pretty powerful, but they also demand a lot from you. So, yeah. Let's get Peter to come up to this one. I'm going to have Walter do a patrol over here just to kind of get us on that floor. And then I want whoever I have as the next one. Stefano. Yeah, I don't want to bring anybody out. I think the fitness room is pretty consistently a room that I can afford to not have anybody in and have them go out and fix things. So I'm going to have Lewis do it. And then, yeah. So I'm just kind of chiming you in kind of in the middle. I was kind of hoping something else would happen, but not really. Not yet. So we'll just let it go. Let the cruise end. It's 86%. I think we're in pretty good shape the way we are. And I think, yeah, I'll just go ahead and clear all the rooms as fast as I can so that I don't have to worry about it at the end of the cruise. I have not done a happy hour yet. Oh, yes, I did. Sorry, I did that immediately after. I just didn't remember. I did it immediately after saying I'll be right back. Because there was both of our VIPs were in here at the time, and I thought that was probably a good time to do it. So, but for the most part, it doesn't seem like very many people use the fitness room. That seems like one of those areas where I can maybe staff it a little lighter more often than not. So I'll be looking at opportunities to do that too. We take Diana off of this job since there's barely anybody in there. There's only a couple of people that haven't been served here, so let's give Pierre a break. And yeah, well, again, we're just going to focus entirely on the rooms because you can see that's pretty bad. Okay, so we unlocked a new harbor. We can go to Rome now, and the fuel price isn't that bad at Rome, but they have the club and the gym. They also sell the elevators. So that's kind of interesting. We might be able to take a trip to Rome. We get 1,000 reputation, and we didn't quite get the goal, but it's enough to get an extra bonus. And, you know, I didn't think I was going to get the goal anyway, just because it's pretty difficult to get that goal. So here we are in Monaco. And we've got 17,000 bucks, which really isn't enough to buy all that much. I would like to get things like the gym in here. I'd like to get more larger cabins, which is another reason to come to this place. So let's start removing some of these rooms and see if we can't maybe get another larger cabin in place of this instead. We'll go with a green one, and we'll place that green one, I think, right over like that. That seems pretty good. We can also remove this one, and I might have enough room at that point to get in one more of these green ones like that, okay? Now, here's the thing, though. The more people I get, there's 25 now, the more people I get, the harder it's going to be to satisfy everybody's needs because they get overcrowded, right? Everything gets overcrowded. So I don't think it's all that good for me to add additional cabins to get additional max passengers is what I mean. And I think I want to remove the red rooms entirely and get the money back for that. And this is going to reduce it down to 23 capacity, which I think is fine because I'm already having a hard enough time getting 24 people like from before. And this makes more room for other buildings and stuff that I can get later on. So like getting the storage room, I guess, could be a good thing. I really don't know. Until they rebalance the game to where people are going to actually clean things quicker, you know, before it gets to the very last minute, I think it's probably safe to go ahead and maybe not deal with that. Deal with the storage room. I don't really think I need it. I'm going to eliminate those two and get one more set of large cabins, and we can go with, well, those are blue up there. I'm actually kind of wanting to change. I think I want to change something here. Let's bring this down to here. Let's bring the blue ones down to the lower levels. We're going to get rid of this one, and we'll bring this blue down to here. We're just going to kind of do sort of a juggle of rooms here really quick so that I can more easily manage it. And so you can see that I'm going to have a little bit of space at the end of the hall here with these. And that's just kind of how it works. We can probably get rid of this room. That can go away now. And I can get one more green room located on this floor. So we can end up having a total capacity now of 21, which I think is okay for the time being as we shift things around. And with 15,000 bucks, see, the thing is, I want to save it though. I want to save the money. I don't want to spend too much. If I was to sell these two rooms, or maybe just one room, I get 1,000 bucks back, and then the cabin is going to cost me 4,500. All right, tell you what, let's do it. We'll get one more green room, all right, but we'll go ahead and sell that one. And so now we end up with 21, and that's 2 less than we had before. Oh, no, sorry, 22. We get one person less than we just had, right? Or is it 2 people less? It's okay. Because we're going to have services and very different things. I think I like having the cabins all on maybe this mid-tier and having these upper floors be more services and stuff, because these guys are going to need to tend to rooms. And if I can keep all the rooms on just these 2 floors, that's going to make managing it, like setting up patrols and stuff, I think a little bit easier, which is going to be cool. All right, so cruise planning. We used a lot of provisions there because I'm using extra provisions to try to get that, that better rating. If we were to go to Rome, from where we are, it's really not worth much. It's a pretty short cruise, very low difficulty, decent goal there, but very low difficulty. I think I'm going to go back to Cagliari. They have the restaurant, and that's something I want. I'm not entirely sure I'll have enough to get that, though. So if I went to Barcelona first and then Cagliari, I think that would probably help. Even though it's a really cheap cruise, I can get that extra cash really quick and then go here. And I think that might put me over the limit what I need to get the restaurant. So I'm actually going to confirm that. And staff is still 12. We're still good there. Everybody's hired at the same rate here, although this person's... Anytime I see somebody under $100, I got to look at him at least now, because it's starting to get really difficult to see that. Bianca might be nice. She's really high in efficiency. I haven't seen a reason for the efficiency skill yet, but I got to believe it's somewhere around here. I'm going to keep the same 12 people I got. Let's go ahead and maybe go just with flyers instead here. It's a really short cruise. I don't want to overspend. And then having all-inclusive tickets would be a really good thing today on this, because they're not going to be able to... yeah, I think I'm going to max out the all-inclusive ticket pool here. It's a really short cruise anyway. I don't think they'll have enough time to really fully get their value. So I'm going to go with like $160 for this, I think. And we'll bring this to 54. Have 11 tickets hopefully for that. VIPs, yeah, let's crank it up. And we'll go, I think, yeah, like 110. Again, I don't really anticipate getting the goal here, but if I can get as much money out of the ticket sales as possible, I'm all right with that. So it looks like we sold every single inclusive ticket and all the VIP tickets. Cool. So this gives me 14 grand. I, again, won't have enough for the restaurant when we get there, but I am hoping, of course, that after Barcelona and then back to Cagliari, at that point, I'm hoping to buy the restaurant. So I'll do the cruise, I'll get things going, and I'll talk to you guys once it's all said and done, okay? I'll be right back. Okay, so I actually pulled a noob move. You haven't missed much. This is actually a different cruise than the last time I left you guys, because I tried to bring you in at the very end of the last one, and for some reason I double tapped the OBS button to record, so thought I was recording and wasn't. Yeah, that can happen sometimes, I guess. I'm trying to rush this with my daughter napping, so I'm sorry. Anyway, you didn't miss much. I've got... we had a good star rating last time. We exceeded the goal barely, but it was a fairly easy goal anyway. And we're on our way now to Cagliari to get the restaurant, right? I think that was pretty much well discussed already. Nothing new there. We got over 28,000 now, so we should be able to buy that restaurant pretty well. It's a pretty straightforward cruise. Got a couple of short cruises, basically. This is the only things you guys are missing is the really short ones. And it's nice to have short ones every once in a while, because it kind of gives you a bit of a breather. You get to move around. You get to have something that's relatively easy to do. You don't have to change the crew all that much. And ultimately, it's a little easier, I think, to make people happy in a shorter cruise. I just think it is. I mean, I may have any empirical evidence for that. But so far, I'm having better luck with shorter cruises and making people happier. With this one, we have 4 VIPs on board, so I don't expect everyone to be the happiest they can be, but I am balancing crew pretty well, right? You only need 2 people in the fitness room if you have more than 4 people trying to do yoga at a time, and I rarely see more than 4 people trying to do yoga at a time. The other thing that's nice about the new room arrangement, which I think I'm going to keep this going with this many rooms, the another nice thing about this is that it's significantly easier to manage the cleanliness of rooms, because you have almost the same amount of guests, but you have less beds to tap here, right? I still am annoyed by this bed being the wrong direction, but it's the only bed that's doing that. Well, I guess there's these 2 rooms, but they're going to get replaced anyway. And when we get these larger rooms, these are the ones that you really should spend the money upgrading, because we're going to end up getting rid of these, and all those upgrades that I spent the money on is kind of wasted then. So we're definitely going to spend more money getting more stuff going with comfort in the rooms and getting better quality rooms, etc. All that stuff is certainly going to happen, but it takes a back seat to getting more services on offer for my cruises here. So let's say we don't have anybody on this floor, unfortunately. So whoever's sitting around doing nothing, Walter, get up here and do this. We don't have anybody on this floor anyway, so it takes roughly the same amount of time for anyone to do it. We'll see whether or not that fire grows to an uncontrollable level while he waits for the elevator. I feel like you kind of need stairs too. I mean, you get away with it. Well, I've been getting away with it. Is he here? I can't see him. Yeah, he's behind the flames. Okay. You have to look through the fire and flames. There you go. Hi. I don't know why I have to keep clicking it. I probably don't have to, but I feel like I have to. I feel like I have to tell him to take this fire out. Because sometimes they'll just stand there and it's almost like it's not going to happen. Also, it doesn't look like you can end a cruise until a fire is put out. I mean, maybe that's just coincidence, but it looked like it was sitting at 100%, like right there. And I almost got that happiness goal. That was very close. I did do the buy one, get one in the diner, but I didn't have a chance to do the happy hour in the pub. Maybe that makes a difference. Maybe it would have. I don't know. We're at 29,000. Tons of fuel left. So we definitely don't have to go back to Athens. But if we go to build mode, I should now be able to get the restaurant at 22,500. Again, remember, we're paying 50% more than this, so I'm not sure that's enough money, right? So let's take a look. If I can do that, I would like to do it maybe here. And it will let me do it. It looks like the prices are accurate now. That's great. Okay, good. In that case, the thing is, I want to get more bigger rooms, right? So now that I've got this, what I think I want to do is I need to have another crew cabin, right? I'm going to have more people. We're probably going to need more cooks and servers and stuff in here. And I'm going to need more crew to go on this cruise with me. So I'm going to have like that. That gives me extra crew capacity. And you know what? Why don't we give an opportunity to go up to this floor? I mean, why not, right? We're at 3,500. And I don't think there's a reason to do another elevator. Another set of elevators, I guess. I don't think there's a reason for that. Be nice to get the gym. Again, another set of services would be good. There's also men's and women's restrooms. I'm not sure why I would do this instead of the gender neutral one. The only thing I can think of is like the men's room it's about the same size. I was looking at the gender neutral bathroom before, and it's about the same size as a crew cabin. So it seems like it's about the same. Or maybe I was looking at the women's room. I forget. There's a very small room too. Maybe that's the gender neutral one. The only thing I can think of is like maybe there's more stalls for men, more stalls for women, and then the gender neutral one is, you know, just like one door and one toilet kind of thing. I also don't know why I would want that over this, other than maybe if I put the bathroom down like maybe near the pub, then they might be able to go to the pub, use the bathroom, and then go immediately to another service as opposed to having to go to their room. But at the moment, with my current money situation, I kind of don't care if they have to go to the room. Let's take a look at employment. We definitely want more employees. And so I'm looking at just 3 options. Yikes. Okay, well, we have a good gastronomy and service here with Rebecca, so we'll hire her. These guys are incredibly expensive, so I might go ahead and replace them when we get to our next destination. But I'm going to need help at this point. So I'm going to go with 174 here. We're going to go with 14 crew on this next cruise. And for this next cruise, I think we should probably head to Messina. There's a bunch of crew to hire there. And I can also get a refill on my provisions maybe. There's not a lot of money in this, so I'll have to go off to other places too. And, you know, these guys, you know what? There's 15 crew to hire here too. So that's not bad. I can get more money for, let's go to this. We'll do this one. I can get more money for this one. And then I feel like the same sort of thing, like maybe not all inclusive entirely this time, but let's max out the VIP, see if we can do this. So the max ticket price, we'll go up to 900 for this, for that ticket price. The all inclusive one, standard price right now on this is 220 at 108%. I'm thinking maybe we go to 660. All right, let's go 666. Why not? So that's 109%. With flyers, I'm not sure we can sell all of these, but we'll see. We'll go to 8, I suppose, and see if we can sell these tickets. I'm not sure how many we can sell. Looks like we did get all of them sold. Cool. So that gets us $11,000 in cash. We're not going to be able to buy much when we get to their destination, but... and then the resource market at this location is pretty bad, so we don't want to buy anything here. Okay, this is the last cruise of this video then. That was going to be, but since I didn't record that little segment, I guess you guys get a bonus one. Kind of. I'm not really going to bother repairing that room. We'll just do it with our crew and go. So it's a little bit longer cruise, but we're just going to go ahead and do it. And then I just need to get somebody into those new rooms as fast as possible. Let's pause it really quick. And let's take a look at what the restaurant requires. I imagine it's probably the same as the diner. So gastronomy on both of the cooks, that makes sense. And gastronomy and service on the server positions. That all makes sense. Everything makes sense. So we are going to want to switch things up a little bit here. I want Walter to go on engineering because Peter is much better at these other jobs. Where does Peter go? Peter. Here he goes. Peter, I'm going to have you shift to being a cook down in the restaurant for this time. Natasha, you're going to be a server. There we go. Louis, you're going to be a cook down here. Rebecca, I'm going to put you as, I think, a fitness instructor for now. And then we have Mauricio. You're actually not bad as a captain, to be honest. Who's my current captain? Antoinette. Okay, Antoinette's definitely a better server. You know what? I'm going to put Maurizio. The new guy's going to be captain. How about that? Great. And then Antoinette, I actually want you to be a server in this restaurant. So whoever was that server, which looks like Cassandra, not great. I actually would rather have you as a cook. Let's put Cassandra on cook instead. We'll replace, who is it that she just took the position of? Louis? Yeah, you're both good. All right. Make Louis the other cook. Who's the other person that was only 4, I thought? Is that Peter? You guys are all very good. What's the problem? There's a problem with that. Everybody being good at something. All right, Peter's going to go to be a server here, I guess. So that gives me nobody extra? Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Isn't that great? All right. You know what we're going to do is we're going to take away one of these fitness instructors. Because you don't need to. I don't think we're going to have a big rush on fitness, and you needed some rest on this anyway. So, Paula, your first job is going to be to fix this bed. Okay. This cruise might be more challenging, but what I'm hoping for, right, is that we get some people to go to the diner this time, some people to go, 3 VIPs in here at once, but not a whole lot of others. I was going to hit the happy hour, but I'm going to wait on that. What I'm hoping now, right, is that we can spread people out. We get a few less people in the diner, maybe a few extra in the restaurant instead, and that might allow us to serve people a little bit better. So I don't think we're super full in the diner. We did have a few people deflect to the other places, so that's good. And then we did max out the yoga room. Okay, that's not bad. We maxed it out at 4 people, not 8. So will we be able to make everybody happy here? Did I do the buy one get one? I didn't. Let's start that right now. Okay, so far so good. Everything's kind of working out okay. We do have random guests every once in a while that need things. And the restaurant's not getting used very much. I mean, look, both of these rooms are completely empty right now, right? And so I take these opportunities when I see this to basically just take half the staff and give them a break, usually. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, give half the staff a break, and then I want one of those guys to come down, doesn't matter who, to come down and give this person toilet paper if you can manage it. Sometimes we can't get there in time, and I don't know, maybe they just use their left hand or something. We need to figure out a way to install bidets on this this ship so that we can have seawater. You know, I bet seawater would do a really good job of cleaning the bums, let me tell you. All right, especially how corrosive it is, you know, all that salt and everything. It'll probably just, it'll almost act like the, you know, the scruffy part of the sponge, right? People who do dishes, you know what I'm talking about. People who do dishes. Oh, because, you know, not everybody does them. Just ask my wife. By the way, in case anyone is curious about, you know, canceling me over that joke, I'm the one in the house that does all the dishes. Okay? I'm the one that does them. So I'm talking about me, all right? Not her. This is not a woman in the kitchen joke, okay? This is a me doing the dishes joke. Because I don't know how to cook, and she does a fantastic job of that. And so, you know, we all play our parts, right? I think I might put Barbara, speaking of playing our part, I might put Barbara on engineering. She's got a level 4. I could probably work her up a little bit here. So I'm going to have her clean this. Might give Walter a little bit of a break too. Gonna have her clean that. And then I'm gonna come up here and now we got VAPs in here now. Now it's probably a good time to get the cooks and stuff assigned. So let's get somebody else assigned to cook here. Yeah, I was gonna have Barbara do it. Louis can come back up here as a cook. Yeah. And then probably want another server in this diner too. Let's see. Diner, server. I hate this little scroll wheel. Like, just make this interface wider. Let's put Natasha there. All right. Looks like they're going to go back to using the diner now. We do at least have one person. Wait, do I have 2 cooks in here? In the restaurant right now? Is that how I did this? No, I got a cook and a server. Yeah, that's correct. Stefano's going to be a cook. In there. There you go. Actually, no, Stefano, go to the bartender role here. Replace that. And then Barbara can come in and be... Barbara needs to be captain. So, you know, I don't know what we're going to do about that. I think I'll have you... Restaurant, diner... Let's have you replace one of these cooks. Which cook did we replace just now? Yeah, we're a little light. We're a little short-handed over there in the restaurant. But I think we did a really good job of catering to people's needs in this cruise. Certainly better than usual because, again, we kind of spread them out a little bit. Some people are going to get their food needs sorted out over here. Instead, I say this as, like, red faces are everywhere. But some people get their food needs handled over here now, and that reduces the stress on the diner. That needed to happen. I already did happy hour, right? Yeah. I don't think there's any reason to do anything else. This is the reason why I needed to get somebody else up here to be captain. So let's swap here. Now, the current captain is Maurizio, and he doesn't really have all that great of cooking skills. Kind of an all-around dude, but we're going to swap him in for cook because that's where Barbara is. So Barbara, swap with the captain, please. I could probably swap with Peter as a server. If he's still a server. We need somebody to come onto here. That looks like this is the reason why I put my crew cabin on this floor, right? Just to see if I can get somebody else to be here. But this floor is not as good as maybe this floor is because of the elevators, right? So we can still get to this floor on the stairs. So this isn't really helping me much. What I should have done is maybe put it up here. I say this as this is now the perfect floor for this job, but realistically, I think having your crew cabin be... having maybe one crew cabin on every floor, it gives you the opportunity to maybe rush in and do something like this when you need to. So we'll put Rebecca there to give the toilet paper to that guy. And then just real quick checking my beds and stuff. It looks like maybe we could use a little bit of a fixing here. Louis, we can get you over here. Or Louis. I just assume you're French. I don't know why. Let's unassign Antoinette. She's really tired. All of these guys are tired now, and this is why I need more people. So we're definitely going to get more people at this next port that's coming up here. Louis. Yeah, I want you to now come over to be a cook here. Rebecca, you're going to be helping out as a server, I think. You're going to have to help as a server here first. Diner first, and then we'll swap one of the diner people over. I think, because there's not a whole lot of people over here, so I think we're gonna be fine. So when you have less people, you're like you know hurting for spare people. Basically, you have to kind of budget the jobs. So in this case, you know, we only have one of each person here, and they're all operating very slowly. But this place isn't very busy. So it's not that big of a deal, but it could become a big deal if, like, say, a whole bunch of people decided to come here. Generally, I think one person in each position here is going to be acceptable, except for the part where, you know, they're tired. If they weren't super tired like that, I would think that's not that big of a deal. Let's go ahead and prop Antoinette. I think you can finish off the cruise. Severin, yeah, I think you guys can just finish off the cruise where you are. I'm going to give people an extra rest. So we're at 95%. I think we're okay. I can probably actually get you a rest. And then maybe we'll have Paula just take a quick little bit here without doing any fitness. Nah, that's not worth it. It's fine. And then we're definitely going to need to give Walter a break on his engineering because he's about to give me that little battery symbol too. Okay, and almost 100, and we're good. So what's the results on this? 5,000 money earned. I didn't see the rating. We did exceed the goal. Very cool. I think we're going to start exceeding the goal more often now. The more diversity of services that we can offer, the more check boxes we're going to, well, we're going to check, right? The more boxes we're going to check off on people's fun list. So we already have the restaurant. We could maybe start looking at adding restrooms and things like that too, but not really gonna matter. We're gonna go to Messina next because it's where my provisions are. We're gonna want to stock up on more of those, and then I'm gonna head over to Cagliari after that to see if I can afford the gym. The gym is gonna be a good one to add too. I have not seen. I see all the restrooms over here too, but the gym is the thing I'm looking for. Might want to add some more cabins. Once we get, I think, the gym going, then we can definitely afford to add more cabins. Gender neutral bathroom. I don't see pool. I was looking for a pool, and I think you need your reputation up higher before you can get to the pool. So maybe the next location will have like the indoor outdoor pool sort of thing. And I'm thinking the outdoor pool, that's got to be at the top deck, right? Because you can't put it inside. So it's either got to be at the front or it's got to be at the very top. And I feel like that's what this is for, right? That's what this top part here is for the pool. Maybe this front deck area. Or maybe you can't fit the outdoor pool until you get a large cruise ship. Maybe the larger ship is required for that. Unsure, but I do know that I'm really not going to buy anything else here unless I bought the women's restroom. I don't think anybody really has a need for the women's restroom. Maybe, you know what it probably does? It probably allows multiple guests to use the restroom and put less wear on the individual rooms. I bet that's what's happening. Speaking of the individual rooms, we should probably upgrade all of the new ones we bought. So like, see, there's a big difference between this one and this one, right? This is a 3-star, this is a 5-star. So I probably should at least get all these rooms to 4 stars so that I can maybe have better ratings that way too. We're not gonna upgrade these, and then we can upgrade the diner. I think a lot more people use the diner than they use. Yeah, like a lot more people use this diner. I'm gonna do one more level here, but if I do that, I won't be able to afford the gym. So let's actually not do that. All right. I know, I'm very indecisive. I'm all over the place. It's just the way people think, you know? I play and speak the way you think. It's just the difference is you don't have to say your thoughts out loud, right? That's the difference between me and you. Everybody plays the way I play. You just don't have to speak it out loud for your indecisiveness, weighing all your options internally. I think that's going to do it for this video. I'm looking at maybe hiring one more person here. And I was going to go with the cheapest one, but I'm looking for a specific set of skills, a balance of skills. And I'm just not quite seeing it. I think the gym is probably going to require the same skill set as the fitness room, I would think. So I'm still struggling to figure out. Entertainment is probably the club, because there's a club that you could put in too. That sounds pretty good. I hear the club is actually multi-story, so it also acts as a staircase. So that's pretty interesting. Somebody spoiled that in the comments too. Very nice, thank you. And so yeah, so that's something that we'll look at over time, okay? So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. I'm going to hire somebody, and then we're going to head over to Messina. I'll just do that offline. It's a pretty short cruise. Get my provisions, and then we'll head off and see about getting the gym, okay? Thank you. We'll see you. Bye-bye.